step. Thanks for clicking. This is my second update for 50 Shades of Blue. This Pantastic Ladies project was created by Jessica, Amanda, and Cece, and it was originally 50 Shades of Pink, but this year the Pantastic Ladies voted for blue, which I was thrilled about. I voted for blue. I did bring in all 50 of my items into the intro, and as of last time, I still had 49 of them left. Of those 49, I used 30 of them, which is a lot, and there are some that will never be seen again. So we're going to go through the ones that I have used, starting with the body care. I originally had 11 body care items, and I used 8 of them in the last month. The first one is this Bondi Sands self-tanning foam in dark. I've used it twice. I hadn't used it before this update, and the 2 times I used it was just on my legs. I kind of think that self-tanner is a pain to use, and I personally wouldn't buy it. I got this as a gift with purchase. And it's not as messy as it could be, but I still find it to be inconvenient without much benefit. I'm really using it just to use it. It does smell like coconut and it does work, so if this is your thing, then go for it, but I wouldn't buy another one. Next is my Tree Hut Moisturizing Shave Oil in the scent Moroccan Rose. I'm trying to finish it. I had used it before this project. It came in up there. Last month it was at the blue line, and now it's there. So I've had the same amount of progress, which is kind of to be expected. I'm thinking 3 more months of this. I do love the product and I like the scent. I would absolutely buy another Tree Hut shaving oil when this is gone, but I'm still going to savor this for the next few months. Next is my Spongel Body Wash Infused Buffer in the scent Island Blush. This advertises 14 plus uses. At the last update I had 22 uses. I only got 4 more out of it. So it looks like this. In the past, I haven't liked these, and I don't know if I got a different type this time or if they've changed it, because originally my problem with them is when you take them out, they're like a rock. Like, it is too exfoliating for my taste, and then it softens up as you use them, but I still didn't like the way they were initially to be willing to buy it. But this was nice right out of the gate. It did feel like a sponge and not a lava rock. So I would enjoy getting another one as a gift, but they are expensive enough that I don't think it makes sense to buy them for the limited uses that you get out of them. And I do like using regular soap, honestly, just as much. So I liked it, and I didn't regret having this one, which is a good thing to discover, but I'm not going to go looking for more. Next is my No BS Body Moisturizer. This is not fragranced officially, but it has essential oils in it that do give it a scent. Like, I can smell the lavender oil in there pretty well. And it wasn't used when I brought it to the project. It was at the blue line last time. Now it's at the black line. 2 or 3 more months, I'm thinking. It is kind of a heavier moisturizer. I don't need a whole lot of it, especially with it being warmer here now. And it's fine. I don't think I would seek this one out personally because I do prefer fragranced body lotions. But since I have it, I'll go ahead and use it. The next one is my Moroccan Oil Hand Wash in Fragrance Original. At the last update, it was right at the tippy top of that M, and now it's a little bit below there. I was traveling for a week, so I wasn't home during that time and therefore not using this. And this is in the bathroom that I use the least, so I don't usually wash my hands at that sink. So I expected this to be slow going, and I deliberately put the nicer and more expensive hand soap in the bathroom that I use the least. So this is still here. It will be for a while, and I'm not putting lines on it because in the event that I have guests over who see it, I don't want to have to explain why I have lines on my soap. But this is still in the project. It is a nice scent, and I don't mind using it at all. This is my Dionys Goat Milk Hand Cream in the scent Waterflowers and Sea Salt. I just finished this last night. So it's completely gone. I did really like it. The thing is, I'm not sure if I have a reason to buy hand cream at all. I absolutely would buy more Dionys ones. I've never been disappointed in their products, and I think the price point is fair for what you're getting. It's just that I'm only really using hand cream at night before I go to bed, and I also have a body lotion on my nightstand, and they're essentially the same type of product, so I don't think it makes sense to own both, really. So I think I'm going to use up the hand cream that I own and just not buy anymore, which kind of makes me sad a little bit because I did like this one. I did like the way it smelled and the way it performed, but this is now my second empty of this update. This is my Perfectly Posh The Healer Skin Stick. I had used this before, but not in the project. I used it before this project. I've used it 6 times in the last month. That is it rolled all the way up. It is softer when it's warmer, so I tend to use more by accident that way. In the last month, I have been punching a lot of boards. That's really hard on your hands, and it's honestly not really recommended. So my hands are like a bruised mess all the time now, which means that I'm using this on my hands. So I don't know if it really makes you heal faster or not, but either the product or just the motion of rubbing it in helps with the swelling. So I don't mind having it, and I'm going to keep using it. My goal is to finish it. My camera angle might have changed. I had to take a phone call there for a minute, but I'm back, and the next item is this Coco and Eve Body Sunscreen SPF 50. At the last update, I only had one use. I've used it 4 more times. We had some days when it didn't rain, and now I'm at the black line. So I still have a lot here. This is a nice sunscreen. It smells like cocoa butter, so it smells nice. It's not an overly strong fragrance, but it is pleasant. And it does absorb pretty quickly into my skin. It's almost like it's between a sunscreen and a body lotion. So I would buy this again, just on sale though. This is kind of pricey, so I wouldn't pay full price, but I wouldn't mind having another of these once this is gone. And I'm hoping that I can finish this up this summer because I'm not going to use it in the winter. Next is the hair care. I brought in 6 hair care items and I used 5 of them. The first is the Pureology Strength Cure Shampoo. It says it is for damaged, color-treated hair. My hair has some damage. I'm due for a haircut, and this does seem to help a little bit. I don't have quite as many flyaways when I use this. It's not quite as unruly. And I also like that this is potent. I don't need very much shampoo for it to be very effective, so that's something that I like in a shampoo. I went from that blue line to the black line. Not a whole lot of progress. There's a reason for that, but the progress is going to pick up. This actually might be done for the next update, and if not, it will be close. This might be here for 1 more month or 2. I cannot speak to the color treated aspect of this. I don't have color in my hair currently, so I don't know if it washes out your color or not. But still here, I still like it, and I might consider buying it in the future. The next hair care item is the Mashing Conditioner, the Pureology Strength Cure Conditioner, and I went from that mark to that mark. I had to remake that mark, that's why it's not blue. But I'm now all the way down here. I have been using the shampoo and conditioner together, but once this is gone, I'll use the shampoo on days when I'm not conditioning my hair. But kind of like the shampoo, I do like the conditioner. I don't feel like the conditioner is quite as potent as the shampoo is comparatively. I don't need a lot of conditioner. It's just that I need a normal amount of conditioner and a smaller amount of shampoo for my hair is how I feel like it is. The conditioner is fine. It's the shampoo that impresses me more, but I still like the conditioner, so I wouldn't mind buying them together. The next item is the Amika Soul Food Nourishing Mask. It is a hair mask. I've used it 5 times. This is priced around the $35-ish mark, I think. And for the amount of mask that you get in here, I actually think that's perfectly fine. I think of Amika as being a little bit pricier, but I actually think this mask is reasonable. I do like it. I don't mind using it, and I'm just going to keep using it until it's gone, and it's going to be quite a while. Next is the Dry Bar Liquid Glass Instant Glossing Rinse. This is just a little foil packet. I'd used it once last time thinking that it would just be a one-use thing, and for someone with more hair than me, that would be true. But I was able to get 2 uses out of it. It was almost 2 uses. I didn't quite get enough out of it for the second use, but close enough. I don't think it makes sense to buy this, personally. Did it make my hair look sleeker and silkier? Yes. But I think this is too expensive for me to be willing to pay that to get that kind of effect, especially on a temporary basis. So I don't think this is for me, but I was glad I got to try it. My last hair care item is the Bumble & Bumble BB Thickening Dry Spun Texture Spray. It's a mini that I got as a gift with purchase. I used it twice as of the last update, and I used it 4 more times. I think it's about half gone. So this pays 2-ish more months, I think. It does give texture, but it's not the best texture spray I've ever used. So I don't think I would buy this one again, even though I actually have another sample like this, so I'll get to confirm that. But there are other brands of a similar product that I've thought had a better effect. Now we're into the skincare. I brought in 18 skincare products. As of the last update, I still had 17 of them, and I used 7 of them in the last month. This is the La Roche-Posay Effaclar Medicated Gel Cleanser. I hadn't used this as of last month, and I actually wasn't really planning on starting this yet. I'm working on a bar facial cleanser, except that when I was traveling, that really wasn't very practical. So I brought this with me instead. I used it 8 times, and there it is now. It calls itself a gel cleanser. It's kind of watery for me to call it a gel, personally. It does work. It cleaned my face. I don't think I used it long enough to determine if I think it's medicated or not, though it might be. The way the timing worked out, it is possible that it helped. But I'm not willing to call that a successful experiment yet. I would like to use it more, and I don't mind doing so, but it's probably not going to be within the next month because I do intend to finish that cleansing bar before I get back to this. Next is my Perfectly Posh BFF Best Face Forever Exfoliating Face Wash. That mark's actually from last time, and I see space under it, but it would really just merge my mark with the previous one, so I'm not marking this now. I do still like this. It is a physical exfoliant. I like the way it smells. For the price point, this was great, especially given how long it's lasted, and I intend to finish it, but it'll be a few months yet. Next is the Supergoop Unseen Sunscreen SPF 40. It's just a little trial size, and I've only used it once. So I'm not really ready to review it yet. I want to use it a few more times to form an opinion, but initial thoughts are pretty good, so we'll see how I like it as I continue. Next is my Belief the True Cream Aqua Bomb. I had 4 uses on this last time, and I used it 27 more times, and it is gone. This is nice. It is lightweight, so I really like it for in the summer, and the product itself was blue too. So it felt really cooling, and I would absolutely buy one of these if I saw it on sale, but I don't need to yet. After I finished that, I switched to the Kopari Moisture Whipped Ceramide Cream. I have used this 6 times so far, so not a whole lot of progress, and this is thicker. I kind of wish that I had waited until winter. I had never used it before, so I didn't know that. I'm really not using much of it right now in the summer, so it might not be done for next time, but I am working on it. And this one is my Perfectly Posh Chilly Out Lip Scrub. I've used it 9 times in the last month. I had used it before it was in this project because it was in 50 Shades of Black, and I'm down there-ish. It'll still be a few months. It's still a good lip scrub. It still smells like mint and melon, though not quite as strongly as it used to. It has not gone bad yet, so I'm still using it, and I'm hoping I get to finish it. This is a promotional lip balm in a spearmint scent. I got it from my former dentist. It had his business information on the label, which started peeling off, so I just removed it. That's what it looks like now. I can roll it all the way down. It smells like spearmint. It doesn't have a taste, and even though it looks blue in the tube, whenever you apply it, it's clear. So that's what it looks like. It'll be in here for a while. It's in my purse. I use it on the go. I was using it a bit more while I was traveling because it was the only lip balm I had on me, but I don't mind using it at all. It performs like chapstick, so I'm not tired of it. Next is the fragrance. I brought in 2 of them. They're both still in here, but I only used one of them. It is from Tiffany & Co., and it is the Pure Tiffany Eau de Parfum, which is now discontinued. And I kind of brought this in on a stretch because Tiffany & Co. has a patented shade of blue called Tiffany Blue, so since it shares a name with that shade, it is therefore blue. I do have perfume samples that have actual blue on the packaging. However, I did want to use this up because of how old it is. I actually know exactly when I got this, and it was in the year 2004. I know that because I remember how excited my friends and I were to get this whenever we went on our first trip to New York, which was our freshman year of high school. That is how old this is, so I really do need to use this. Unfortunately, I go through perfumes very slowly, which I'm sure you've noticed. And it's because I think of perfumes as like a special occasion kind of item. And it's because that's how my mom always treated them. I tend to wear body sprays to work, which I think of as being more casual. And I don't really feel that bad about it because it's not like I'm buying body sprays and letting the perfumes go to waste because I already have the body sprays too. So I'm using both that way, and so this is probably going to appear a couple more times before I finish it, but I do like it. I did bring 2 nail items into this project, but I didn't use them, so we're going to go to the makeup. I had 11 of them, and as of last update, I still had 11. The first is the Cots or Coats. I don't know how you say this brand name. It's the Face Prime and Protect Tinted Sunscreen / Primer, and it was tinted. Was because it is gone. I had 7 uses at the first update. I used it 14 more for a total of 21, and that's it. I can't get anything else out there. And it is really dark, and that scared me when I first squirted it out because it is darker than my skin color. But it does really sheer out, so it didn't look like I was wearing foundation that was too dark for me, and it looked just fine. And I would put usually a powder foundation on top of it. So it is gone. It was fine. I don't think I would make a point of buying more, but I didn't mind using it. Next is my Maybelline Dream BB Pure Skin Clearing Beauty Balm. I wasn't able to mark this last time because I can't see through this and I wasn't sure where it was. This time I did the squeeze test where I turn it upside down and squeeze up to try to figure out where the level is whenever I see it come up to the hole, and it is right there. So I'd only used this maybe 2 or 3 times before it came into this project. So most of the usage really has been from this project, and I'm sorry about what my lighting is doing right now, but it's still going to be here for a couple months. I do like this, and I have decided that I do think this works. The 2% salicylic acid I do think helps reduce acne, so it has now been 2 months of me using this pretty regularly, and I'm having fewer pimples during my monthly cycle. So that tells me that this does work to an extent. I'm pretty happy about that, and I like the product as well. I do like products like this in the spring and summer. They are very quick for me to apply whenever I go to work. I just put it on my hands and rub it on my face and it looks good. So happy about that, and I don't mind continuing to use it. Next is my Japanesque Velvet Touch eyeshadow in the shade 01. My goal is to use this 25 times. At the last update I had 1 use, and I got 1 more for a total of 2. So, okay, I need to pick it up if I'm going to finish my goal on this by the finale, but I'm not that worried yet, and you'll see why in a couple of minutes. It is a champagne-y color. It's kind of cool toned, which is why I'm not using it so much in the summer. I'll probably use it a little bit more in the winter. But still in the project, I still like it. It's just not what I've been gravitating towards lately, and that's okay. The next 3 are also all eyeshadows, and they come from my Lilo & Stitch Ohana palette, and this is why I'm not as concerned about the other one that you just saw. This is the shade Experiment 626. My goal is to use it 25 times. At the last update I had 2 uses, and I used it 9 more, so I'm at 11. I have 14 to go. That's not bad for 2 months in. That right next to it is the shade Blue Hawaii. At the last update I had 3 uses. I used it 11 more for a total of 14, so I have 11 to go. It is actually possible, if I keep up that pace, that I could hit goal for next time. I don't think that's really gonna happen. I had more makeup days this month than usual. This blue on the end is called Surf's Up. Again, I have a 25 use goal. I had 2 uses as of last time, and I used it 9 more times for a total of 11, so I have 14 to go. So honestly, all 3 of those could be rolled out in 2 months if I keep that pace. I'm not sure if I'm going to or not. I am expecting to be bringing eyeshadows into Throwback 30 when that starts back up too. So it might split my time there, but I am happy with the progress I've made in this palette. Next is an eyeliner. This is the very old Maybelline Great Wear eyeliner in the shade Sapphire. My goal is to finish it, and unfortunately this doesn't retract, so I have no way of knowing if that's realistic or not. I do know that I've used it a lot before I brought it into this project, and I've used it 5 times in the last month. I hadn't used it the month before that, and I don't think I had to roll it up in those 5 uses. It does not move quickly, so we'll find out together if I get to meet that goal or not, but I have no idea. Next is a concealer. It's the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Concealer in the shade 3C. My goal is to finish this. I don't know if that's realistic or not either. At the last update I had 20 uses and I used it 29 more, which is the number of times I wore makeup this month. And as I said, that is more times than I usually wear makeup in a month, so that's a lot for me. And this may or may not be done in a year's time. I'm not so sure. I tend to go through concealer pretty slowly. This is what the applicator looks like. I know there are people who really don't like this. I don't mind it at all. I have no problem at all using it with that kind of flat shape. So to each their own, but works for me. And the last item is this Vapor Beauty Aura Multi-Stick in the shade Intrigue. It is a shimmery rosy color. It's got a bit of a gold reflect to it. My goal is to use this 50 times. The last update I had 6 uses and I got 8 more, so I'm at 14. That's pretty good. I do think I will be able to meet this goal in maybe 5-ish months, but I actually like this better as a blush color. It is pretty dry, so when I wear it on my lips, it emphasizes the texture in my lips if they're not well hydrated, so I just like it better as a blush color. Though all the times that I've used it, I've actually used it on both my cheeks and my lips, and sometimes I'll put something on top of it to help with the hydration. So still in here, but I am expecting to meet my goal in a few months. I do consider this to be a really good update. I finished off the Spongel in Island Blush. There is no more soap coming out of this anymore, and I can't use it. I did also finish off the hand cream from Dionis. The Liquid Glass Instant Glossing Rinse from Dry Bar is also gone. I finished the mini of the Belief The True Cream Aqua Bomb, and I finished off this mini primer from Cots or Coats or however you say that name. So that is 5 goals met, and that takes me from 49 shades of blue down to 44, which is an awesome jump for month 2. For next time, I'm expecting at least 2 more goals met. I should finish both the shampoo and conditioner from Pureology, so that's 2 items. And I think I can get 1 more that I didn't update on because I didn't use it. So wish me luck, good luck with your projects, and I will see you next month. Bye!